So right now, people are talking plenty about what just happened in Sokoto. Reports are saying bandits entered some parts of the state, attacked villages, and carried people away. The story that is shaking everywhere is that the Sultan of Sokoto himself narrowly escaped while Emirs and Islamic leaders were carried by these armed men. That kind of gist can shake anybody because the Sultan is not just a normal person. He is the head of Muslims in Nigeria, respected not only in the north but across the country. For him to be mentioned in this kind of matter means the security wahala in the north has reached a level people cannot ignore. Again, before I continue, my people, please like this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss more updates like this. Now, let's break it down. What really happened according to people on the ground? Bandits came in groups, some on motorbikes, some on foot, and they entered villages around Sokoto. They were not just looking for ordinary farmers this time. They went straight for traditional leaders, emirs, and clerics. Imagine the boldness to go after religious and traditional leaders. That is what makes this one very different from the normal attacks we hear about. Some reports are saying the Sultan was around when the attack started, but he managed to escape safely, while other leaders were not that lucky. They were taken away in the middle of confusion, and as we speak now, families don't even know where their fathers, uncles, or leaders are. My people, let me remind you again. If you are following this gist, please hit the like button and subscribe so you can be part of this community. The Sultan himself, for those who may not know, is not just a cultural figure. He is the one that speaks when there are problems, the one that gives advice to government, the one that many Muslims listen to in Nigeria. So if bandits can't even touch his circle, people are asking, who is safe again? This is why Sokoto is boiling right now. Because when you remove emirs and clerics, you remove the very people that give peace to communities. And that means ordinary people are left without guidance. Families are crying, mosques are empty in some places, and villages are quiet because people are running away. Now let's look at the style of these bandits. For years, they have been doing this, kidnapping, taking ransom, disturbing farmers. But you will agree with me that going for emirs and clerics shows a new level. It means they want to show power, to prove that not even the most respected are beyond their reach. Some say it is for ransom, some say it is to break community strength. Some even fear it may be connected to bigger groups. Whatever it is, one thing is clear. Sokoto people are not sleeping tonight. And honestly, Nigeria is watching too. Another thing people are asking, where are the security forces? Each time something like this happens, soldiers and police will say they are on top of the situation. But by the time they arrive, the attackers are already gone with their captives. This same complaint has been repeated over and over again. Security is not strong in those remote areas. The bandits know it and they use it. Villagers say help always comes late, and this one is another example. So we are left with headlines of emirs and clerics kidnapped, Sultan escaped, and the cycle continues. Please, if you are still with me, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like this video. Your support means a lot. Let me take you back to history a bit. This is not the first time Sokoto and the Northwest have seen something like this. In Zamfara, Katsina, Niger, the story has been similar. Mass kidnappings from schools, farmers being killed, emirs being attacked. Just last year, an emir in Zamfara was killed when he couldn't meet ransom demands. So when you put today's gist into that line, you will see the pattern. The attacks are not stopping. They are changing targets, and government still looks weak in response. People are tired, but what can they do? They can only cry to government and pray to God. What makes today's gist even louder is the personality of the Sultan. If the Sultan himself was close to being attacked, then no leader is beyond reach. Imagine if they had succeeded. The whole of Nigeria would have shaken. International media would carry it non-stop. That is why this gist is trending everywhere, even though some reports are still unconfirmed. The fear is already spreading. And this fear is also power for the attackers, because once people are afraid, they can't control them. Families of those emirs and clerics that were taken are already in deep pain. Imagine waking up and finding out your father or your community leader has been carried into the forest. Imagine not knowing if you will see him again. Imagine the humiliation, the weakness, the hopelessness. That is the reality for many families tonight. They are begging government to act fast, but they don't have confidence because of past failures. Some are saying communities may even start defending themselves because they feel abandoned. Now let me talk about the bigger meaning. When traditional leaders are removed, it creates a vacuum. Those leaders are the ones who calm tension, the ones who settle disputes, the ones who guide youths. If you take them away, the community may scatter. Bandits know this, and that is why they go for them. The message is, we are in charge here, not the leaders you respect. And that is dangerous for the entire region. So as we are following this gist, one thing is sure. Sokoto will not remain the same after this. People will demand answers. Government will be under pressure, and security will have to step up. But whether they really can do something different this time, only time will tell. Until then, the Sultan and his people will live with the memory of this attack, and the kidnapped leaders will be praying for release. Please, my people, don't forget again. Like this video, subscribe, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think government can truly protect these leaders? Or is it time for communities to find their own defense? I want to hear from you. Now think about the kind of boldness these bandits displayed. It is not just ordinary courage, it is planned and calculated. They know where the leaders gather, they know the weak spots in security, and they strike with precision. This shows us one thing. The network of these bandits is wide, and they get information before they move. Some people even suspect that informants inside communities or even close to leaders are the ones guiding them. Without that inside knowledge, it is hard to just enter a place where an emir or cleric is and succeed. This is why people are calling for investigations not only on the attackers, but also on the possible insiders. My people, if you are enjoying this gist, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe right now. Now let's focus a little on what the Sultan means to the people. He is not just a religious figure, he is also a political bridge. He talks to the federal government, he talks to state governors, and he talks to international partners. His palace is a symbol of authority, of unity, of respect. So when you hear that he narrowly escaped, you can imagine the shock that ran through Sokoto. For many Muslims in Nigeria, this is not just an attack on a person, it is an attack on their faith, on their culture, on their very identity. That is why emotions are very high right now. Please, my people, remember to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss more updates like these. Eyewitnesses who saw the attack describe it as chaos. Gunshots everywhere, people running, women and children crying. Those who were taken didn't even have time to understand what was happening. Some were dragged out, some were surrounded in the mosque. You can picture the fear in that moment. In fact, one witness said it felt like the whole village went silent after the bandits left. Only the cries of women filled the air. This is the kind of trauma that does not leave quickly. Communities can take years to heal from just one night like that. And here is something else to think about. Once bandits kidnap such high-profile figures, negotiations will start. Ransom demands, secret talks, fear of execution. This is how they maintain power. They know families and communities will do anything to get their leaders back. Some governments quietly pay, some deny but still arrange, because the alternative is worse. And that cycle of ransom only makes the bandits stronger. It funds their weapons, their fuel, their network. That is why this problem has not ended. And now, with emirs and clerics in their hands, they have even more bargaining power. Let's not forget, Sokoto is not just any state. It is the seat of the Caliphate, the spiritual center for millions.
So this attack is symbolic. It tells the world even the center of Islamic authority in Nigeria is not safe. And for ordinary Muslims across the country, that message is painful. It shakes their confidence. Many are asking, if the Sultan can be touched, who is left untouchable? Please, as you are thinking about this, don't forget again to like this video and subscribe, because I will keep bringing you real updates and clear gist like this. Now, let's talk about the ordinary people caught in the middle. Villagers who are not leaders, not clerics, but farmers and traders. They are the ones who suffer most. Every time bandits attack, their farms are burned, the harvest is lost, their cattle are stolen. When they run to safer places, they become displaced, living in schools or camps with little food. This cycle has been going on for years, and many of them feel forgotten.
When they hear that emirs and clerics are now being kidnapped, they feel like their last line of defense has been removed. It is like the roof of the house collapsing after the walls have already been broken. Security response has been promised again, as usual. Soldiers and police are said to be mobilizing, but people are asking, will they arrive in time? Will they rescue the kidnapped leaders alive? Or will this just be another announcement with no action? Many Nigerians are tired of hearing we are on top of the situation. They want to see results. They want to see the emirs and clerics return home safely. They want to see the Sultan's palace secure. They want to see the villages protected. Without that, people will continue to lose trust. And when trust is gone, chaos will rise. Let's take a deeper look at the psychology of this attack. By targeting respected leaders, the bandits are saying, we can reach anywhere. That message spreads fear, and fear is a weapon. Fear makes people obey, makes them give up, makes them surrender land and property. That is the silent war happening in Sokoto. And if it is not stopped, it could spread further, because fear travels faster than bullets. I want you, as you are listening now, to pause and think. If this was your community, if your own emir or cleric was taken tonight, how would you feel? What would you expect from government? How would you protect your family? Drop your answers in the comments, because this is a conversation we all need to have. And while you are doing that, please like and subscribe. Don't just watch and go. After the attack, the silence across Sokoto was loud. People were gathering in groups, whispering, praying, asking what will happen next. The Sultan's name was on everybody's lips because the fact that he escaped gave relief. But the abduction of the other leaders left a wound. You could see it in the faces of the people. Shock mixed with fear. Anger mixed with confusion. It is the kind of situation where everybody is looking for answers, but no answer is clear. Please, my people, while you are listening, don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Your support is what keeps us bringing these updates. The bigger question that people are asking now is, what does this mean for the North and for Nigeria as a whole? If traditional rulers and religious figures can be kidnapped like ordinary villagers, then the authority structure is under attack. Normally, when ordinary people are kidnapped, they cry to their emir, to their cleric, to their leader for help. But now, those leaders are the ones inside the kidnappers' camp. So who do people turn to? This is where the real danger lies. Because without leaderships, fear will rule. The Sultan's escape will be remembered for a long time. Some will see it as God's protection. Others will say it was luck. And still others will say it shows that leaders can slip away while followers suffer. That last part is dangerous because if people start feeling abandoned, the trust between leaders and followers may crack. Already in some northern communities, there is silent anger that leaders are safe while ordinary people are left exposed. If this anger grows, it could change how people respect authority. And that is another layer to this story. My people, remember, please subscribe now. and like this video so more people can hear this gist. Another part we cannot ignore is the bandits' strategy of kidnapping clerics. Clerics are not just teachers of religion, they are moral voices. When they speak against crime, people listen. By taking clerics away, bandits silence that voice. They know communities will be weaker without guidance. This is like cutting off the light in a dark room. Once the clerics are gone, people stumble. It is psychological warfare. Now, let me remind you of something. This problem of banditry is not new. For years, villagers in Zamfara, Katsina, Niger, Kebbi, and Sokoto have been living with the same reality. Students kidnapped in their hundreds, villagers attacked, ransom demanded. Every time it happens, there is national outrage. But after some weeks, the noise dies down and life continues until the next attack. This cycle has continued for too long, and now it has reached the very palace of the Sultan. That is why many Nigerians are saying, if this does not wake the government up, then nothing will. You know, sometimes when these attacks happen, communities even try to defend themselves. Vigilante groups are formed, young men pick up Dane guns, cutlasses, and try to resist. But when the bandits come with AK-47s, motorcycles, and sometimes even rocket launchers, what can villagers do? The gap is too wide. That is why many feel helpless. But if leaders like Emirs are taken and government is slow to act, those vigilantes may rise again. And that can lead to more bloodshed. Think also about the message this sends to the international community. Nigeria is the giant of Africa, yet bandits are walking into palaces and carrying away leaders. For outsiders, this is a sign of weakness, and it can affect how Nigeria is viewed, how investors see the country, even how neighbors treat us. The attack in Sokoto is not just a local matter. It has wider implications. And for Muslims around the world, it is shocking to hear that the Sultan of Sokoto, a figure known far and wide, was nearly captured. Please, my people, if you are still following this story, hit that like button right now and subscribe. Don't just listen quietly. Your support helps us keep sharing these truths. Let's not forget the families of those kidnapped emirs and clerics. Right now, they are living in fear, waiting for a phone call, waiting for ransom demands, praying day and night. Every minute feels like 1 year. Every knock on the door makes them jump. Their hearts are heavy. And while we talk about the Sultan's escape, let's not forget those who did not escape. Their pain is just beginning. As for the Sultan himself, his escape will strengthen some people's faith. They will say it is God's hand. But at the same time, the fact that he was even touched shows that nobody is beyond reach anymore. That reality is what makes this gist heavy. Sokoto will not forget this day, and Nigeria should not forget either. So, my people, as you are listening, I want you to reflect. What is the way forward? Is it more soldiers? Is it negotiations? Is it empowering communities to defend themselves? Drop your opinion in the comments, because the leaders of tomorrow may be reading your ideas today. And while you are thinking, don't forget to like this video and subscribe. As we speak, the whole Sokoto is still in shock. The Sultan is safe, but the abduction of emirs and clerics has thrown the state into deep worry. This attack is not just about kidnapping. It is about challenging authority. The bandits wanted to send a message that they can strike anywhere, even at the heart of the Caliphate. And sadly, they have succeeded in planting fear. My people, if you have not yet liked this video, do it now, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss updates like this. For government, this is a wake-up call. They cannot just say, we are on top of the situation, and leave it at that. People are tired of words. They want action. They want to see those emirs and clerics rescued alive. They want to see soldiers on the ground, not just in statements. They want to see real protection. Because without it, communities will lose faith completely. And once the people lose faith, even the Sultan's authority will be shaken. For ordinary families, this is another dark night. Children are crying, wives are restless, whole villages are mourning. They have seen too much of this already, and they are begging for peace. Many have lost farms, cattle, and loved ones. And now, they are losing their leaders too. The pain is almost too much to bear. Please, my people, as you hear this, show support, like this video, and subscribe right now. One thing that stands clear is that Nigeria cannot continue like this. We cannot live in a country where bandits can walk into palaces and mosques and carry respected leaders away like nothing happened. This must change. Security must improve. Communities must be supported. Leaders must listen to the cries of their people. And justice must be served to those who think they can terrorize the land. The Sultan's escape will be remembered in history. Some will see it as divine intervention, others as a narrow escape, but everyone will agree it was a turning point. From this day forward, Nigeria must treat banditry not as a small problem, but as a national emergency. Because if emirs and clerics are not safe, then no one is safe. So, as we end this gist, let me leave you with this. Pray for Sokoto. Pray for the kidnapped leaders. Pray for their safe return. And let's also hold government accountable to act, not just talk. My people, please like this video, subscribe to this channel, and share it so more people can understand the reality of what is happening. Together, maybe our voices will push for change. That is the gist for now. Until we get the next update, stay safe, stay strong, and keep the conversation alive.